Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is my 27th week of pregnancy, and it is also the end of my second trimester. So I'm officially in the third and final trimester of my first pregnancy. Eric and I are both really excited. We're getting closer and closer to meeting our little Aria. And being 27 weeks, that means I have 13 weeks to go, more or less. I'm hoping less. I'm getting really anxious and excited and also uncomfortable with my third trimester symptoms, so I'm ready for her to be here. Aria is around 13 to 15 inches long, and that's from head to heel measurements. She could be a little more, could be a little less, depending. Every baby is different. She's approximately 2 pounds, more or less as well. And Aria can most likely recognize me and Eric's voices by now. She's been able to hear supposedly for the past few weeks, and with us talking to her and talking around her, hearing our voices, she's most likely able to recognize who her mommy and daddy are by now, which is really awesome, I think. And she can also taste like the foods that I eat. She can taste notes of them and flavors in the amniotic fluid, and she can also hiccup. And I have felt a few little hiccup movements from her every now and then, where it's just kind of like a repetitive, like bumping movement, and then I know that she has the hiccups for a little bit. It's really cute, actually. It doesn't bother me too much. And as far as things bothering me, we'll jump right into symptoms for this past week. The acid reflux and heartburn is still just god-awful. I'm taking a lot of Tums, especially at night, to try to combat the acid reflux, and it's making it really difficult for me to sleep. And it's better for me when I lay propped up on my back for the acid reflux, but I'm not supposed to lay on my back during pregnancy. I'm supposed to lay on my sides, so it's making it really difficult for me to sleep at night. I'm always feeling it coming up in my throat, and it's very painful. It burns. It's very uncomfortable. If it continues, I'm definitely going to bring it up again to my doctor at my next appointment, and hopefully she'll be willing to give me a medicine or some advice to help combat it. I mean, I've tried natural remedies like milk. I even read online pineapple is supposed to help. I've tried that, and that hasn't been helping. And I've also tried, avoiding spicy and fried foods in my diet, which is not an easy thing for me. A lot of the things that I crave are spicy and fried fast foods, which obviously aren't good for you anyways, so it's kind of a good thing that I'm avoiding them, but at the same time it kind of sucks. My breast is still leaking at night only, and it's only my left breast, which I think is really weird that it's only my left one that's leaking and not the right one. It kind of makes me wonder, like, oh, is the right one working, or what's going on here? So that's still been going on at night. Hi, Henry. Henry just came here to say hi. Say hi, Henry. Say I'm still here and I'm still doing good. Sorry about that little interruption from Henry the puppy. Getting occasional headaches and leg cramps this past week. I had leg cramps really, really bad the one night after Eric and I took my grandmother out Christmas shopping for the day. We went to the mall and we went to several stores throughout the day, and all the walking with the added weight and everything really made me have some bad leg cramps in the middle of the night that night. When I was a kid, I used to get them when I would be too active, and I would just take Tylenol and that would help it. Excuse me. But it hasn't been helping this time. I took Tylenol and it didn't make them go away. They're just really annoying and painful calf cramps that I get at night. And it gets to the point where I will ask Eric to rub it or massage the area if it gets to the point that it's keeping me up all night and it just won't rest. And the occasional headaches, they usually go away with rest, and Tylenol has been helping with the occasional headaches. I'm getting a lot more tired. Now that I'm entering into the 3rd trimester, Eric tells me every day, like, Rihanna, you need to start slowing down, you need to stay home and rest more, you can't be as independent as you like to be. Like, I still try to do everything myself, like all the cooking and all the cleaning and all the housework and everything like that. And it's getting to the point where I do need to start asking him for a little bit of help with things. I'm just getting really heavy and really tired. Around 2 o'clock, I usually need a nap throughout the day, every day. So that's not something that I'm used to. I mean, I have been tired the past couple weeks, but now that I'm entering into the 3rd trimester, I'm getting extremely tired. I've been experiencing round ligament pain on both sides of my stomach, which is just a normal pregnancy symptom of the baby growing, which is a good thing, as painful as it can be. And I believe I started feeling Braxton Hicks contractions. I did a lot of research online and pregnancy vlogs and chat rooms and stuff like that, talking to other pregnant women about it, and a lot of them say that it's like a pressure, tight kind of feeling, crampy kind of feeling, and that it's not supposed to be super painful, but you will feel discomfort with them, and it just feels like your uterus is tightening around the baby, is the most common way to describe the Braxton Hicks contractions that I have found. This morning I had severe pain in my lower abdomen. It was like a gas pain, like when you have gas pain and you can't relieve yourself, times 1,000. It was tight, it was pinching, it was cramping, it was pain. I could barely move, and I just said to myself, you know, calm down, try to relax and breathe, go back to sleep, and if you're still having pain when you wake up, then call the doctor. So I went back to sleep. Luckily, when I woke back up, the pain was gone. So it might have just been a Braxton Hicks contraction, a painful one, or it might have actually been gas pains or something like that. But the fact that it went away, I'm not really looking too into it, especially now that she's going through her big growing phase. I know that I'm going to be experiencing a lot more discomfort, so I'm trying not to freak out over every little thing, which I have a tendency to do. My appetite comes and goes, and a lot of that has to do with the heartburn and acid reflux. I'm constantly trying to avoid things that are going to give me heartburn or going to give me discomfort or acid reflux, and because of that, it makes me not want to eat sometimes, or I'm just really tired and I don't feel like making myself something, or even it's sad having the energy to eat something and I just want to lay down and go to sleep. I mean, I'm still eating enough, a regular square 3 meals a day, and taking my prenatal vitamins, so I don't think it's affecting my nutrition, but compared to how I was the past couple weeks, I was pretty ravenous, I had a larger appetite. It kind of comes and goes now this past couple weeks. The pregnancy acne has been coming and going. It's like my face will clear up really good, and then I'll start getting a few more, and then it'll clear up really good, and then I'll start getting a few more. So it's kind of like a never-ending battle with the pregnancy acne on my face. I do have a little bit of sciatic pain on my right side, lower back. That comes and goes depending on which way she's laying. It all depends on her position. If she's pushing on it, I'm obviously gonna have pain when she's pushing on that nerve, but I've been lucky, knock on wood, that I haven't really had it severely, only sometimes coming and going. We can see her kicks and like little lumps from the outside of my stomach a lot more this week. Her kicks are really noticeable, like you can see, Henry, sorry, my dog. You can see the little jabs coming from the outside, And sometimes if I lay on my back to look at her, you'll see like a little lump on one side of my stomach, and then I have to wonder like, oh, I wonder if that's her head or her butt or her shoulder or something poking out. And then I always try to rub it, but then Eric gets upset. He's very like afraid of hurting her. He's convinced that she's this porcelain breakable doll that even if I touch my belly, he's like, don't do that, you could hurt her. And I'm like, come on, like, she's fine in there. It's not like I'm pushing or anything, I was just gently rubbing it. So I have to calm him down a little bit, because when she's born, I have a feeling he's gonna have trouble holding her and doing things with her at first. He's afraid he's gonna break her. I've had swelling, but only in my hands. My rings are definitely tighter. I haven't had it in my feet and my ankles, luckily. I'm hoping that I don't, but I might towards the end of the pregnancy. A lot of women get it towards the end. And now that I'm entering into the 3rd trimester, that might change. But as of now, it's only in my hands. Doctor's appointments I have coming up. I have my glucose test that I'm taking on the 16th, which will tell me whether or not I have gestational diabetes. Really hoping that I don't. Henry, enough! I'm really hoping that I don't. And then I have a growth scan on the 20th where they're going to measure her and make sure that she's growing appropriately and gaining enough weight. So I'm looking forward to that one because it's an ultrasound, so we'll get to see her cute little face again. And then I have a regular checkup coming up on the 21st, just with my regular OBGYN, where she just checks, you know, her heartbeat and asks me how I'm doing and everything. And those OBGYN checkups are going to start going from every 4 weeks. Now I'm going to start going every 2 weeks to see her now that I've entered into the 3rd trimester, because she's going to start preparing me for labor. We're going to start talking about my birth plan and all the exciting things leading up to Aria actually being here. Current events that I have going on in my life right now. A lot of you may not know that I actually went to school for medical assisting, and I went to Lincoln Technical Institute, and I graduated this summer, but the actual graduation ceremony was yesterday, I believe, for my class. I did not attend, obviously. I would have been really uncomfortable just sitting there for that long, being pregnant and being larger now that I am, having my belly in the way of everything. I just chose to stay home, and I'm just gonna pick up my certificate from the school at another time that is convenient for me. But I did want to say congratulations to all my fellow classmates who did attend the graduation, and even those who did not, still congratulations to everyone that I did graduate with back in June. And another exciting thing is I'm taking the doggies for pet pictures with Santa at Eric's job today. So I have my sister Hillary coming, and she's gonna bring her beagle Buck, and then of course I'm taking Mr. Henry, and I will be taking my baby girl Noelle. She is a 5-pound Pomeranian who lives with my grandmother right now, and I'll be taking her for the pictures as well. So I'm really excited for that, kind of some festive holiday activities. And Eric and I are pretty much ready for Christmas. I've had the whole apartment decorated literally since November 1st. Don't judge me, I love Christmas and I love setting up as soon as possible. And we already did our Christmas shopping for each other. Eric is not big on wrapping gifts and waiting for them, so we already got our gifts from each other already, which I'm kind of disappointed that there won't be like stuff under the tree to open for our first Christmas in our first apartment together. But at the same time, we'll still be spending Christmas together, and that's what matters. So a product that I really wanted to share with you guys this week was my new prenatal vitamins that I picked up from my local CVS. No particular reason, I just ran out and had to go out to get more, and I found these prenatal gummy vitamins. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're really good. You take 2 of them a day. It has the DHA and the folic acid, and they're iron free, which I personally need to help combat the constipation, another lovely pregnancy symptom. But they're just something I wanted to share with you guys, that I really enjoy taking them. They taste like Sour Patch Kids, so it's a lot better than having to swallow a horse pill pregnancy vitamin. And I will link that below in the description, so if you guys were interested in ordering some for yourself, you could do so with the link below. And then last but not least, I want to show you guys my bump this week. Ever growing. And also, this top, this is a maternity sweater that I got from Old Navy. Eric actually got it for me as one of my Christmas presents. And the jeans as well, I don't know how well you can see them, but they are actually a low-cut, skinny maternity jean that have stretchy on the side here. I will link both of these clothing items in the description as well if any mamas out there are interested. They're really comfortable and they make me feel a lot better than always having to wear sweatpants or maternity leggings all the time. Sometimes I would just like to wear jeans again. So without further ado, here is my 27-week bump. From the front, we have from the side, from the other side, and from the front again. So definitely growing continuously. Alright, well that's about all that's new for this week. As always, thank you for watching my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next week.